And our final candidate to speak this evening is Sissy Pattillo, candidate for mayor. And Mrs. Pattillo, your question is this, and it's actually a topic question. Vision 2033. What do you think will be the most important initiatives for a viable, vibrant Franklin in 20 years?
That is a hard question, because how in the world projecting for 20 years out? That is the way we change, the way our world is changing today. We may have to bring that down, and maybe down to, let's look at 5 years. How many of us would have even thought that we would be coming out of the biggest economic depression since the Great Recession? And now we're still coming out of that. Look at how our technology changes. 3 years from now, or 2 years from now, the things that were done, we had 2 years ago will be outdated. So things really change quickly. But answering this question, I feel like that we're going to be, and it'll be a different generation who will, with different ideas, addressing these initiatives really. But they're going to have to deal with water, sewer, our sidewalks and streets, and our growth. Those are going to be things that they will be dealing with, and of course economics have probably at that time they will also have to be dealing with jobs in our community. So this is why I think it is a difficult question, and still it's one that we're having to address now. We're at a crossroads, and so some of these projects that we're doing with our infrastructure and different things, we're having to look for the next 20 years. So I think it's an ongoing thing. You have to look at the total picture. One thing that I have heard through the night, of course, is the jobs and what can we do. I am very much in favor of, we have done a market analysis. The market analysis has been done for the town. And I think we are at an place in our growth or non-growth, whatever we want to call it, of where we need to get that market analysis out. And we need to look at that analysis and see where we are and then where we need to go. It has some really, really good information in it. And when I say we, I'm speaking about the stakeholders. We have to have collaboration with everyone. And when I'm looking at thinking of stakeholders, I'm thinking of business owners, proprietors, county, town, and individuals in the community. We all have to work together toward that. And I think I could see that could help many things that I've heard discussed today, because that market analysis it does cover everything. And it's still up to date, even though it was done 5 years ago. One thing I want to mention at this time, and this is really doesn't have a thing, well, it does have something to do with that because it's about entrepreneurs. We have, and I think these businesses need to be recognized. We have 2 businesses in, I don't think it's called the incubator now. What's it called? The incubator has a new
Business Development Center.
The Business Development Center. Those 2 businesses out there have been recognized nationally, and I think they should be commended for what they've done. There's one that's called Luxury Therapeutic, and another one with Harmony House. And one does, I believe, dried food packaging, and the other one is dealing in different oils and this type of stuff. I guess in the, I don't know what all they have, the bath with all these different oils and what they do. But anyway, they have both been recognized nationally, and I think for them to be recognized by the United States Chamber of Commerce says something for our community too. I think one thing too I do want to mention, that I've been asked why did I want to run for mayor. Well, I just have to say that I love Franklin. I have children, I have grandchildren living here within the city limits. So I do have a stake in the town. I have a definite interest. As a third generation resident, I know what it is to have to look at our past, remembering that past and embracing that future. That's very important. I also feel like the mayor creates the atmosphere for the town. And having been on that board for nearly 8 years, I feel it is very important. I've learned this, how important it is for people to work together. So I really feel with collaboration, with all of us working together, we can move our town forward. And that's all. I'm through.